Thank you for watching my first video. In it, I told you a little bit about my story about how I went from insecure, lack of confidence in my own ability to do mathematics, especially how to teach it, to confident because of the path that I took teaching through the Professor B Math program. Let me tell you a little bit about a testimony of another professional math teacher. Here's what she said. Professor B was so instrumental in my learning in my own education as a mathematics teacher. I saw Dr. Barrett at a National Council for Teachers of Mathematics conference in New Orleans in 2004. My brain exploded so much during that session, I literally could not sleep that night. I was one who did well in math. I was the student who did what the teacher said and could make the A on the tests, and I could do the procedures. But even as a math educator, the why was not there for me. He talked about the contextual learner and how using stories to help students make connections and build meaning was important, rather than learning by rote memorization, such as drilling math facts. Dr. Barrett unlocked something for me, and I just hope for more people to experience what I experienced. Do you understand the why behind the rules, the steps, the sequences in mathematics? Dr. Barrett's question and answer flow, where you are going to ask a series of questions to your students that you read to them straight from the book, is going to guide them into discovering the why and the contextual meaning behind each one of the strategies. Traditional math instruction teaches the most efficient pathway to get to the right answer, kind of teaching the shortcut first. Only about 10 or 20% of kids can connect comprehensive meaning to that quickest, shortest way to get to the answer. Most kids need an alternative way to learn it, and then step to evolve to the shorter shortcut way in order to fully comprehend the reason behind the strategies and why they work. Do you understand the why behind the steps that you're teaching? Maybe you are setting out to homeschool your kids and you just feel the weight of their future academic careers on your shoulders. To gain confidence that you can explain the why, I really encourage you to look at this program. Today I'm going to introduce to you another strategy, how to read a long number. It's his place value teaching strategy. As an educational therapist, I work with a lot of different kids. I've never had a student, even an older high school kid, who can come in and read a 15-digit number with confidence the very first time. Let me show you this amazing strategy. Are you ready to learn place value, Dr. Barrett's way? Here's how we start. We write 15 digits on the board, and we ask the kids to read each group of 3 as though they were the only thing on the board. So we cover it up. We say, how would you read just these 3? And they should respond 123. What about the next 3? 456. The next 3, 789, 123, 456. Very good. We're going to tell them now we're going to add some commas, and we're going to give them names. What is the first comma's name? The first comma is 1,000, and we give them a little help at first by writing an initial there to help them remember. Second comma is what? And the kids sometime will know. Million. Billion. And trillion. Okay, let's read it again. And this time, just like we did before, each group of 3 numbers, but we're going to also name the commas as we go. 123 trillion, 456 billion, 789 million, 123,456. Nice job. So that's the very first day, the very first lesson. You might have them read it a time or two till they get confident. However, this is just the first phase of teaching place value. Dr. Barrett scripts in his book many more phases to begin to distinguish between the name of the place, tens, 10,000s, 10 millions, 10 billions, and the value of the digit 50, 20,000, 80 million, and so on. Very soon we'll be taking away our initials, and he has these wonderful tapping techniques where you will be tapping through and asking them questions, and they'll be provided practice till they get very, very fluent and confident at being able to name the place name, the value of the digit, the name of the commas with great ease and fluency. Let me tell you a story about a little girl, we'll call her Mary. She came to an exclusive private school, very rigorous, in the 5th grade, and she had been homeschooled prior to that. Well, her parents humbly admitted that they had not done much math at all prior to her coming to the school. So I began to work with this little girl and her mom, and just 2 days a week, working through the Professor B math program. This child's smart. She was a quick little study. She applied herself. She worked so quickly through books 1, book 2, until she was halfway through book 2, and she was able, just within about 4 months, to completely catch up, learning all of her multiplication facts, all of her long division strategies, and really understand. Her number sense grew, and she was able to, at that point, discontinue with me, and just, this was before Christmas. So this was like the November of that 5th grade year. Just last year, now she's a 7th grader this year, and her dad hopped into my office a couple of weeks ago and said, I just want to tell you, she just made 100 on her math test. Nobody else in the class made 100, and she's leading the class in grades in her math program. And he was so proud of her, and he really did credit that catch-up work that I provided for her.